What is happening, Spook Junkies? I hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving. We sure did. I'm still trying to polish off some pies. Probably going to gain another 3 or 4 pounds from just those alone. But, they're on that table and they're just kind of screaming out my name. In particular, there's a cherry pie, which I'm not a big fan of, but nobody's even cut a slice out of it yet. So if my son doesn't get to it, which he requested, I may just have to try to finish that off as well. So anyway, I'm the Real Crackhead, and we are going to be reacting to some of the scariest videos on the internet. So they say. So far, I've been seeing a lot of shoddy camera work, but hey, I know that's kind of part of the whole thing. But anyway, we're just going to get straight to it. This one is top 15 scary videos that'll mess you up. Okay. We'll see. All right. So anyway, let's just get straight to it. Once I can find out how to get over there, we go. Okay.
Number 15. Abandoned nursing home. If you're looking to have night terrors for weeks and jump scares for days, have I got the Scream Fest for you. This clip was posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Exploring with Eric. In the video, the crew is exploring an abandoned house. The interior is in disarray. Fresh markings are painted on the walls. As they attempt to communicate with spirits in the home, one crew member asks the spirit to knock once if he wants them to leave. No answer, but he asks once again to knock before they leave to let them know he is there. He demonstrates by knocking.
Never liked seeing pentagrams on a wall. But something I also wanted to mention too. I started this journey trying to conquer my fears of the unknown and paranormal. But I'm finding out for myself that, I'm actually having a little bit more fun. Actually, quite a lot of fun. Trying to debunk some of this stuff. So anyway, that's what I suggest you guys do too. Try to debunk along with me. Obviously, if there's something that can't be debunked, well, we're going to know it. But anyway, so let's continue.
Knocking on the wall, and this time the spirit answers. Listen closely, his response is distant, but you can hear it distinctly. The spirit knocks back, and hopefully this video is proof that the crew lived to tell the tale.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Oh, okay.
Number 14.
You're gonna say, can you do that again?
Published to YouTube by The Fam in July of 2018. James completes an overnight challenge in an abandoned hospital in Miami, Florida that's said to be haunted. Throughout the video, voices are heard. In the comments, a few note that at about 12 minutes, 20 seconds, a disembodied voice whispers, "I'm here." Perhaps the spookiest point, however, is a short scene around 17 minutes 36 seconds in which you can see a full-figured shadow person move towards James in the darkness. The figure is visible about halfway down the hallway, and although there are things hanging in the corridor that might cast shadows, nothing apparent would be able to cast this one. That's not all though. Near the end of the video, at around 24 minutes 10 seconds, as James finds an exit, something comes flying past him, thrown from behind, and needless to say, it terrifies him.
Oh, check this out, guys. You can actually get out right here. What the hell? Whoa, what the?
And he whirls around to see who or what threw it, but of course, there's no one and nothing. Or maybe there is, and we just cannot see it. Number 13. Girl interrupted. This is what happens when a ghost is envious. Published to YouTube by Morgan Sancombe in April of 2016. A girl sets up a camera in her bedroom to perform a short song, but it seems she isn't alone. In the background as she's singing, her closed door slowly opens and something sitting on her dresser topples over. Or is it thrown by an envious ghost trying to sabotage her performance? The girl turns around in surprise, backing away before jumping over to shut the door again. Was this just a coincidence? A random series of perfectly logical events? Or do we have a real paranormal encounter on our hands? Number 12. Living room ghost. Have you checked your home security cameras? You'll want to after seeing this video. Published to the Chills Narrator subreddit by SirPenguin09. The Redditor explains that everyone was at the hospital visiting his cousin on June 22nd. no one was home. But when they checked their security footage, this is what they found. The clip shows a blur of something walking past. While the visual isn't clear, it's definitely a human figure. Sir Penguin goes on to say all doors were locked, all windows were safeguarded, and that no other security cameras around the house caught any movement. So if this is a person, how did he get in? And if not, how will this Redditor get him out? Many in the comments are just as perplexed as Sir Penguin, but Redditor 2low40 sums it up best, writing, "Ghost or home invader, the thought of whatever."
Yeah, I have to admit that it almost looks solid. You can definitely see through it, though. I didn't know that that's what what he was talking about in the first place. I'm looking at the television thing, thinking there's something over there. But if this is supposed to be the spirit, that's pretty freaking solid. Wow.
Whatever this is, walking through your home is absolutely terrifying.
But it looks like
Number
you looked.
11,
Looks like you looked at the camera.
Spider Mama. Are you an arachnophobe? Well, you're about to be.
Spiders don't bother
Posted
me.
to TikTok by Anna Faze in August of 2019.
Spider on my face like that?
Anna
That'd bother me.
explains that this spider was found lurking in her garage. Sorry, but you gotta move out, Mama, she writes. The clip shows a ridiculously huge spider, which some in the comments note is a wolf spider. At first, it appears unusually furry, but when the camera zooms in, it's clear the mama has got a bunch of baby spiders clinging to it. A TikToker comments,
gross.
I was like, oh, that's an interesting pattern, and then realized those are her children. Imagine dozens of these spiders full grown taking over your house. Instead of squishing it or torching the garage altogether, the humane TikToker captures it in a jar and releases it into the wild.
Oh, that's cool.
Many in the comments said this video was creepy for the viewer, with some feeling like they were itching all over from watching it. To those who feel the same, I have just one question. What's that on your shoulder? Number 10, Secret Base. Published by Mindzoga in April of 2013, the uploader writes, while riding in huge forest accidentally found a secret base. It is completely deserted in one of the spookiest places I have ever been. The uploader was biking across a dirt road through Lithuania when he came across this base. The video shows derelict buildings on either side of the road, having long been abandoned. It's hard to tell who or what the buildings once housed, but there's plenty of them. Soon the bikers entered a more wooded area, where he decides to go off-road with his bike. He comes across a triangular building built into the ground. There's also a deep hole in the concrete, and a concrete slab set to the side with something, possibly a pipe entering the hole. The biker approaches the dark triangular building. Inside, there's only rubble and darkness. He strolls around the area and notes that one of the tree-like hidden underground ventilation chimneys lay on the ground. After driving a bit further, he comes across another of these triangular buildings. Upon closer inspection, the inside of the building is filled with small rooms. In the distance, he hears something that sounds like a bang, which adds to the creepy ambiance of these remains of a facility.
Well, that was loud.
He comes across yet another triangular building, where he notices a large ring on the ground, which he believes to be an underground silo cover. This place may have once been the headquarters of a Russian facility, but now it's nothing more than a ghost town of deserted buildings. Which do you think is more eerie? Number 9, Ghostly Robot. Unidentified flying devices do exist. Posted to the very spooky video subreddit by De-Bunk. This strange ghostly robot figure was captured on film in Peru. The figure is blue and glowing. It illuminates the night but dims slightly as cars pass on the highway beyond.
It's kind of
as it appears to drift further into the distance, Redditor Planet Niles suggests that it's a costume, writing, when the brightly lit trucks pass behind it, the camera can't pick it up against those.
I have no idea what the hell that is. Do you guys?
A shadow, which means it's a solid object and not a phantom. Others remark that 3 a.m. is witching hour, so who knows, it could be anything. What do you think it is? Number 8, the Riga Wanderer. Beware of randos crossing the road at night, especially if they look like they've just escaped an asylum. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, this creepy clip was discovered on YouTube and originally posted in May of 2020. A couple of men are driving down a highway near Riga one night when they slow down for a stray individual to cross the road. It's not clear if the person is a man or woman. Whatever the case, they've got long dark hair and are only wearing a large, oversized white shirt. The pedestrian slowly starts to cross as the men pull to a stop, but the stranger stops halfway and turns around to face the vehicle head on. For a moment they stand there before heading again on their way. Those in the comments are flabbergasted as the driver from the video, with some saying that's obviously a witch, while Sony Bravo adds, I was expecting her to lash out, to be honest. Talk about an anticlimactic ending. Number 7. Abandoned Asylum. Do you think you could stick it out in an abandoned former asylum, and what if you were being watched when you got there? Published to YouTube by This Is Dan Bell in September of 2015. This place of nightmares is a hauntingly beautiful house of horrors. The stone building is hidden in an overgrown woods, and naturally, Dan enters the basement first, wallpaper chipping from the wall. As he explores, Dan explains that he kept hearing noises throughout his exploration, which sounded like a person. He thinks a former patient returned to this building and was living there. Well, as a viewer, you're likely distracted by all the intricate details of this building, including its decorative tiles and molding.
I imagine a lot of the homeless would
in one
find
stairwell,
shelter.
its fireplaces and chandeliers. You might miss this figure in the doorway. Dan himself only noticed when safely back home. Watching the video back, the point in question occurs at around 7 minutes 5 seconds when he's turning a corner around a stairwell. There's an open door in a hallway beyond with light shining against the door, and a shadow is plainly visible. It moves as Dan turns to head up the stairs. Plenty of other strange things occurred during this visit, including Dan's battery popping and what looked like red stains found on the tile floor in an upstairs room. That's probably the point where you should get the heck out of an abandoned building. I'm just glad Dan and his team made it out. Number 6. Doorbell Cam Phantom. Ring doorbells seem to capture more than you were bargaining for. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Yakuza Disco Man. This Redditor is wondering if what he's caught on his Ring doorbell is paranormal. The security camera shows a wide shot of a street outside his home with several parked cars along it. Nothing unusual, that is, until this ghostly figure streams past in the darkness. The semi-transparent phantom appears like he's trailing fog. Is this a spirit on...
See, I don't know about these Ring doorbells. See, I still don't know how great the quality of these doorbells are. Could be somebody just walking by and maybe the camera can't quite, get a fix on them. So it kind of, I don't know. I have no idea. So this one I'm not sure about. But it does, as it gets towards the end of the car, it does look like he kind of vanishes, like disappears. But again, that could be something to do with the camera. If you guys know anything about this stuff, camera tricks and all that stuff, let me know.
On a nighttime stroll, Redditor Noobvin rains on our ghost hunting parade, writing, "This is a camera glitch due to low lighting, and the way the Ring camera saves space with video and images.
See, that's what I thought.
For pixel changes, and with like low light, it is only detecting a fraction of the actual image, which makes the image appear transparent, noting that it's not really a glitch per se, but..."
See, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Just didn't say it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. These cameras just aren't really great, and it doesn't know how to discern somebody walking by through, from images and stuff like that. So you would get something like that. So, all right. So that's good to know.
Rather the design of the camera in order to reduce high bandwidth. Noobvin is pretty sure it's not a ghost. Others suggested that the Redditor reenact the event under these same conditions to see if he can replicate this. Let's hope he does.
Yeah, I can see how it fooled a lot of people. I mean,
nevertheless, I genuinely think this footage is creepy. Number 5. Old Man Voice. Listen closely, you might not be hearing things. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit, the Redditor explains that she was home alone with her daughter watching a kid's show when she heard an old man clearing his throat and speaking in the background of the video she was filming.
Come on.
Many others in the thread hear the voice too, with Redditor temperamental elements saying it sounds like the man says, "What?" The Redditor asks, "Do you have any male relatives that have passed? Maybe they're back to see your baby girl." Boss said that the child's great-grandpa had passed away a little over a year ago. Perhaps great-grandpa is reaching out. Should they reach back?
That'd be cool.
Number 4,
that would be cool.
A bump in the night.
Seeing your grandkid for the first time.
Sometimes it's better to be blissfully ignorant.
I can see why I say what.
Published by Nurk7 to the Ghosts subreddit. The girls in this video heard a bump in the night, so they soon head down into the basement to investigate. When they arrive there, another thud clunks in the darkness,
blurry cameras.
And as they nope right out of there, a whining sound groans as they run up the stairs.
Oh. What? Wait a minute. I know. Sorry about that. What year did they say this was? I'm going to back it up as what I can here. Right there. Hold on. Let's go right there. Okay.
Number 4, a bump in the night. Sometimes it's better to be blissfully ignorant. Published by Nurk7 to the Ghosts subreddit. The girls in this video heard a bump in the night, so they soon head down into the basement to investigate. When they arrive there, another thud clunks in the darkness, and as they nope right out of there, a whining sound groans as they run up the stairs. Well, some note that their reaction seems genuine. Noobvin again pops into this thread. The Redditor who offered a rational explanation to the Ring doorbell entry footage to drop some more practicality, saying the sound seems more like a hinge or some other artificial noise. Well, this whining sound might be explained away.
Well,
what of the obvious thud? Is there a ghost dropping a bowling ball down here?
What's that?
Number 3.
Is that a mask down there? It looked like a face.
If a tree falls on you in the forest and no one is around to hear you scream, do you make a sound? Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Essex Haunted. The Redditor explains that in Puckley, Kent, UK, there is a forest known as Daring Woods, otherwise known as the Screaming Woods. Legend has it, those who have passed there haunt the place with their screams. Although Essex posted only a personal pic, he linked to a video of said forest, which was published to YouTube in September of 2016 by LC Play Z. In the distance, you can really hear horrifying screaming from the depths of the forest.
Oh my days. Should we scream back at her?
The man in the video asks if they should scream back, and maybe that's just what this is. Live people having screaming matches back and forth at each other from opposite sides of the woods. Or maybe, like the Redditor suggests, there's another natural explanation. Responding to whether it could be some species of wild cat, Essex writes, more likely to do with the ways the trees are very closely grown and the wind, although in a later comment he adds, I've spent 3 nights there. In the last 2 months filming, some of the noises are just, well, hard to explain. According to Essex Ghost Hunters, the village of Puckley nearby is also one of the UK's most haunted ghost towns. So, nature or ghosts, do you have a better explanation for this screaming? Number 2, Girl in the Woods, Run and Never Look Back. Posted by Calligram to the Chills Narrator subreddit. This terrifying video was discovered on Dailymotion. The clip shows a couple exploring some woods at night. They're walking along, grappling their way through the trees when about 44 seconds in, there appears to be something watching them. A black-haired girl in a white dress peeks out from behind a tree for just a moment. The camera jerks away and immediately back, but in that split second the girl disappears. A very strange crying is also heard. It continues as the man backs away. You think he's in the clear, but when the shot pulls to the right, there again is the black-haired girl's face poking out from behind a tree. At that point, he turns around and starts running for his life.
I don't see
but she appears once more, this time in clear view. Who knows what happened to this man? Is this found footage? Let's hope not.
Okay, right there.
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because we upload a new scary video every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Goblin Nanny. What would you do if you discovered this demonic face peering into your baby's crib? Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Shadow Panda. The Redditor writes that she was checking her 10-month-old son on the baby monitor when she saw something unexpected. She notes that the footage you're about to see is not edited. The baby monitor shows what looks to be a horrifying face mid-screen between 2 bars of the crib. Shadow Panda explains further in the comments section. It's outside of his crib, but when I went in there was nothing there. My husband even moved the tummy time mat, and the face or whatever was still there. After removing her son from the crib, she checked the monitor and the face was still visible. I can see the eyes, I can see the nose, I can see the mouth, looks like it's open. She shares a picture of it in the comments section. But after completing a thorough examination of the room and the crib, although she found nothing, the image vanished from the monitor.
Well, let me see the side.
Several Redditors have theories spanning from a bunched up blanket to the Goblin King.
See, that's what I was thinking, the bunched up blanket.
Baffled.
But
one thing most can agree
kind of weird looking.
This monster looks bonkers. Thanks for checking out this video.
All right.
Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday.
Okay, well, that was it. Wasn't really that impressed with any of these ones, but I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, it can't all be winners. What bothers me the most, now the first one, I think it was the first one of this, where you saw that really thick black shadow man. Now that was real. That had to be real. That was just insane. And of course, somebody could have thrown a bucket in there. You know, we don't know. We're just going off of what they're saying. But, you know, going off of seeing that shadow figure the way it was, I would venture to guess that that bucket being thrown was exactly what it is. And I'd be out of there. Everything else, though, I mean, like most of the videos, the shoddy camera work, you can't really tell. You just can't really see. And that Ring doorbell, those you got to watch out for, because the quality of those cameras really suck. During the day, not too bad. At nighttime, yeah, they really suck. So anyway, that was it. I will see you tomorrow. You guys take care. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe.